How you doing? So, I'm going to give you guys 7 ways Kabam can improve MCOC. Despite what people think that I'm being so negative, I really want the game to improve, because I do play this game and I don't want to feel miserable playing MCOC. Part of me feels like I'm stuck playing this game. Probably the biggest reason why is because I'm the leader of my alliance, and even if I want to quit, it just looks so bad for my alliance to quit. I mean, I don't know what to do, because since I'm the leader, I feel so bad that if I quit, then that just looks like what my other alliance gonna think when their leader is quitting. It looks really bad, I think. So that's why I still want to play MCUC, I guess, probably the major part of it, and I want it to improve, you know. So I'm gonna give you guys 7 ways uh how Kabam can improve MCOC. So I say 5, if not 6 of the things I'm gonna tell you that Kabam had it in the past, but for some reason, they stay away from it. They start moving away from that direction. I don't know why, and the chart will show you that it was not good for them to move away from that direction because they were they're losing money every year. So I'm gonna give you guys 7 ways Kabam can improve MCOC. So let's talk about, I would say, the most important part: eliminate bugs. Okay, I don't understand why the game is still full of bugs. I mean, the game has been around for over 10 years, and somehow they still cannot figure out why there's so much bugs in the game. I think it's even worse now compared to what it used to be. Okay, uh, it's gotten worse. I don't know how understand how it could only got worse. It makes no sense whatsoever. Uh, I just don't get it. Eliminate bugs. I understand that like you could say it's impossible for them to eliminate all the bugs. That's fine, but I feel like when it comes to compensation, compensation should be good. Right now, because there's so many bugs in the game, it probably wouldn't be good if to have to give better compensation like they did in Summoners Fest, because it becomes like there's like it ruins the reward. It reduces the value of the rewards because they give so many compensation because of the bugs. I get that, but if they can improve, probably the number one on this list is eliminate the bugs as much as possible. If they can get like have one bug a month, that's a success. I think only one bug a month, that's a success. And for compensation, like people should be like excited for the compensation. Like if it was like only once a month bug, okay, and there we get compensation like like you felt like you just explored Necropolis 100%. Okay, like people would be like counting the days, like, oh man, when is the game gonna go? When is the game gonna crash? When are we gonna have bugs in the game? I can't wait to get the compensation. People should be like, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but people should not be like upset if there was like the game goes down because of maybe they'll get compensation and they'll be happy with it. So that's number one. Eliminate the bugs if they could, all of it obviously, but it's perhaps not realistic. But if they could, they cannot, then have really good compensation. And number two, I think is probably even as important. Bring back competitive game mode. Okay, this game has lost the competitive game mode. Okay, and what are you talking about? What about battlegrounds? Well, battlegrounds is pay to win. Anybody thinks that battlegrounds is competitive and it's not pay to win is delusional. Okay, big time delusional. Okay, like what I don't like about battlegrounds especially is like it's the person who can spend the most money is going to win. It's just so ridiculous. Like before I played MCOC, I used to play this game. Okay, I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 before I played MCOC, okay? Uh they have all the way to Capcom 1. I was still young when Capcom 1 came out, but really I started playing MCOC when the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out. Okay, I remember going to arcades and playing this game and like Capcom 2. It was exciting. It was very exciting. I was not the most competitive person in the world, but I remember I would play it, the arcade mode. It was fun, and then playing somebody else was fun as well. So it felt competitive. Because why was it competitive? Because everybody had equal. Nobody had advantage. You don't feel like you were at a disadvantage when you were trying to fight someone else. And when it comes to MCOC, it's not like that. I mean, like, I don't care if you're beer man, okay? Like, give them my Thronebreaker account, okay? That's my free to play Thronebreaker account. There's no chance. And let me use Beer Man's account, okay? Let me use Beer Man's account, and I'll give him my Thronebreaker account, who have been playing for like 7 years with a like 2 million hero rating as a free to play. I would guarantee I would beat him. Okay. I mean, maybe not the first, a little bit more practice here and there, but there were just like no chance Bureau Man's gonna beat me, because the game has just been completely pay to win. I mean, it's ridiculous how this game has been pay to win. Let's go to the game just to give you an example. Just to give you an example, this is a pay to win account, but I do play casually, okay, to make it to be fair. Am I still in the rankings? I might not even be in the rankings anymore. Oh my god, I lost my rankings. So if you fall below top 100,000, you lose your rankings. Keep in mind, look at the top uh not even like top 10, yeah. Yeah, almost the top 10, like top 7. Yeah, top 7. Top 7 accounts in MCOC has more than 3 times the hero rating I do. Okay? That is just ridiculous, okay? That is insane. Okay? Let's say if you were like, you're a free to play player, and you started from day 1, and let's say it doesn't even matter, like, not just you, maybe you have another person running that account, or 3 people running that account. They play a total of maybe like 6 hours or plus a day. They do all the arenas, all the event quests, pretty much like all the possible rewards you can get. You were in GT40, pretty much get the best rewards from the Alliance War. I'm willing to bet you're not gonna crack the top 10. Okay, if you're, I think Karate Mike mentioned this. The game has been around for like 3,900 something days. So just round it to 4,000 days, and you're playing about over 6 hours a day. That's a total of 25,000 hours playing this game. If you're playing this game as a free to play, 25,000 hours, okay, and you're in alliance with GT40, who's like on the top when it comes to Alliance War and stuff like that, I will willing to bet you're not gonna crack the top 10 when it comes to hero rating. Okay, I would probably maybe chance they'll crop the top 100 hero rating when it comes to this possible account, but that's it. I would be surprised they can crack 15 million hero rating if they were free to play and they have spent 25,000 hours playing this game. Okay, that's just how much this game has become pay to win. It's ridiculous. They lost the competitive edge. Okay, so another thing is bring back Legends Run. I have no idea why they got rid of Legends Run. It doesn't make sense to me why. Also, like looking at Super Mario Bros. This was like wow. I, it bring nostalgia. I was just, this was already been out before. I don't even know, maybe before I was born, but I was still young, and this was, I remember playing Super Mario Bros. Wow, my God. It's like bring back many childhood memories. Like Super Mario Bros. Man, like this is pretty much like comparison to MCOC with Legend Run, like setting the fastest time ever. Like it's just like it just seems so fun for people who like doing stuff like that. But somehow they got rid of Legends Run. I don't understand why. And look at all this thing, okay? This is their uh financial when it comes to MCC. Every year they have gone down in profit. Why is that? They stay away. They got they moved away from competitive game mode, and they got rid of Legends Run. Those two things. When did they do that? They did it what 2022, about 3 years ago, when they got rid of Legend Run, and when Battlegrounds came out, and Kabam Crash has said that uh, Battlegrounds is not their most profitable whatever when it comes to MCOC. You know what? If they want to have Battlegrounds, fine, keep it. If the people don't want to play that game mode, but it seems like what 2022 when Battlegrounds came to the game, and yet look at their profit. It's only gone down every year since then. Okay, what else? They got rid of Legends Run in what 2022. Oh, look at their profit. It's gone down all the way since then. So I don't understand why they got rid of Legends Run. It makes no sense. They should bring it back. What else? Yeah, I feel like this game is just pay to win now. I mean, it's always been a pay to win. So, I mean, just comparing it now, it almost feels like it wasn't a pay to win game 3 years ago or 4 years ago, man. It's just been such a pay to win game. Anybody think it's not a pay to win game? It's just delusional. Okay, number three, reduce cost price. Okay, reduce the cost price. So let's go back to the chart again. So every year, there seems to be more and more sales that Kabam is doing, since their peak at 2020, okay? And more like for the past year, every year seems like there's more and more sales. And look at their profit. It's only gone down since then, okay? It's just ridiculous. Why is that? Because they're trying to satisfy the top 1%, okay? That's why I say reduce costs, all right? What else? And I'm sure they have a bunch of economists when it comes to MCOC that does all this. Oh, what is the best price for this item? Okay, I mean, just common sense. I don't think it's gonna be $1 for a champion. It's just not gonna be like, oh, this champion is cost $1. That's not gonna make them the most profit, obviously. But I'm sure that's what they're targeting to make the most profit. But I'm assuming if they sell it for $1,000, in this case they are doing, I just don't think that's gonna be the most profit. If you study economics, I'm sure there are people that Kabam that knows this stuff, of course. Like, it's never usually the lowest price or the highest price they can sell it. It's usually somewhere in the middle where you can maximize profit. Okay, so I don't understand why everything costs now like $1,000. Okay, Triple H said it perfectly why he wants to quit the game. It's like you spend so much money from a champion. Like, if a person doesn't uh play MCOC, and then you tell them you spend, look at this champion, I paid $800 for this champion. Okay, well, it's really more like $1,000, right? Imagine telling somebody you paid for a champion that you got for $1,000. They're gonna think you're mentally ill. Okay, they're gonna think there's something wrong with you. Okay, unless you're like a multi-millionaire, you have like $100 million net worth or something. They're gonna think you're nuts to spend $1,000 for a pixel character in a mobile game. Okay, it's just ridiculous. I think reduce costs, I think a start would be half. If they can reduce the cost by half, it's a good start for Kabam. I know it still sounds so ridiculous to say that. Like a thousand, cut it in half. There's still $500, which is like more than what, a PS5. I think it's just insane, right? But I feel like reducing half the cost is just a good start for Kabam. And another thing too is what Triple H said. Um, I think I've been wanting this to happen for Kabam. It's like you can spend thousands of dollars in this game, and maybe somebody's already spent $1 million when it comes to MCOC. Yet your account, nothing in your account is yours. Imagine spending $1 million in this game, which is insane, or even just $1,000, man. Just spending $1,000 in this mobile game and realizing Nothing you have in your account is yours. Okay, I feel like be able to sell your account, it feels like so much value to your account. You feel like you can like spend money on it because you're like, oh, I'm investing it on this game, so that means I can get my profit back. Of course, it's never gonna be like, I don't think it's ever gonna be like equal money. That's just never gonna happen. Probably not. But but think about your timing, spending time playing this game, spending money on this game. You feel like, oh man, if I can sell my account, I want to play MCOC. It motivates you to play the game. It motivates you to buy stuff in the game because you feel like you own something in the game and you can resell it if you have to, if you need money or you're done playing MCOC, or maybe somehow make a profit. I don't really think it's very profitable, but it feels like it gives you a motivation to be able to play MCOC and spend money in the game. And number five, okay, increase the rewards in incursion. Okay, another thing, like looking at this chart, okay, they came out with Saga Sector. I think it's probably close to 3 years now, which is not bad, right? But what happened after the first one? They reduced the rewards to Zone 15. Why? The best game mode in MCOC Incursion, and they decide to reduce the rewards to Zone 15 instead of increasing the rewards to like at least Zone 50, even better Zone 100. So I don't understand why they reduce the reward in incursion. And look at this. Look at their chart. Since they start reducing the rewards in incursion, their profit just went down since then. Down every year. So since they reduced the rewards. So it just really doesn't make sense why they reduce the rewards in incursion. That's the only game mode I really enjoy playing, and then somehow they reduce the rewards. It really makes no sense to me why they did that. I think they should increase the rewards to Zone 100, at least Zone 50. So make good champions, okay? For some reason, when it comes to Spider Woman, I think everybody, not everybody, but if you follow my channel, you know that Spider Woman is getting nerfed. So because quotation mark, they feel like she is broken by Kabam standards, right? Basically, they're making excuses that for defensive purposes, blah blah blah. Nobody, I mean, you're dumb enough to actually believe that stuff, bro. It's just insane. They're just so afraid to make good champions. I don't understand. Like, there's so many 6 stars that are not yet 7 stars. Imagine how much money they can make when all these 6 stars to become 7 stars. So I know, and they're like, I think probably the biggest thing about making good champions, they gotta get rid of the balance program. That's probably the worst thing Kabam has ever made when it comes to MCOC. Okay, when did Kabam start making the balance program? 3 years ago, 2022? Look at their profit since then, since they made the balance program. It just go down from there, okay? Their profit has lost every year since they made the balance program. And why are the people upset right now? Because of the balance program, because of they're gonna nerf Spider Woman. It literally makes no sense why they do stupid stuff like that to me. I don't get it. Like, you wanna MCOC to go out of business? That's why you don't want to make good champions. And people, Kabam, and some people say this like, oh, we don't want to make another Hercules, but yet they have Mr. Sinister buff, one of the best buff in MCOC, and not only that, they made him a 7 star. Like, Jesus Christ, Kabam, what are you guys thinking? So since they made him a 7 stars, and after he got buff, he's so broken, I meant balance, that they don't even want to fix his science regen ability. Okay. Okay, so it's just silly. But let's going back to Hercules. Hercules came just before the balancing period. Okay, so look at their profit when Hercules came out in 2021. Okay, actually came out in just like what, halfway of 2021. So as you could see, look at their profit since after that year when Hercules came out. Okay, their profit was pretty good when Hercules came out. So if they think they're losing money because of good champions like Hercules, it literally makes no sense because their profit was much better when Hercules came out to the game. So I don't understand why they think making good champions bad for their profit. The charts doesn't provide that. If Kabam was honest about it, why they don't want to make good champions? I think it would be nice to hear, like, because their profit doesn't really show that good champions are bad for the game, you know. So bring back synergies, okay? I've mentioned this many times in my channel. Like, I don't play anything in this game without synergies. I feel like I said this in the past many times already. I would say this the height of MCOC when it comes to MCOC. Of course, maybe it has something to do with COVID too, probably, but was during X-Men. That's when synergies were like everything in the game. You know, the horseman ability, how awesome it is to make champions like horsemen and stuff like that, and their abilities, you know, with Professor X synergy, Apocalypse synergy. It was great. It was just so fun playing this game, you know. Like, that's when their peak was, when they still had synergies in the game. For some reason, every year slowly Kabam is getting rid of synergies. Why? I don't know why. Look at their profit. It's gone down since then. Since they start getting rid of synergy. Why are they getting rid of synergies? It really doesn't make sense to me. Uh so that's really it. That's Let me just go back to the chart. These are my 7 ways to improve the game. If you know anything else, let me know. I feel like if they improve these 7 things, I without a doubt, Kabam, I think, will will increase their profit. I mean, it's not even like without a doubt. It's just common sense. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's all I want to say. Thank you.